Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave, episode 7. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite system, and specifically one game in particular, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. I think there was at least two. I know there was at least two. There might have been a third one. I'm not sure. I should actually look that up. There's another one called Treasure of Tarman. So the one I'm actually going to be spotlighting today is which I always thought was the first one, just says Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. I think there is another name attached to it that kind of came along a little bit later on, but the other one is more of a maze chaser style, like the three-dimensional maze chaser. Not really my favorite. I mean, I picked it up because it was Intellivision, first of all, and it was Dungeons and Dragons, so gotta have that. But this one in particular was always one of my favorites as when I was growing up. Now, I do have a bunch of favorite games for the Intellivision that will always remain my favorite. And I know a lot of people disagree, but I always love the Donkey Kong on the Intellivision. I think it's more of a sentimental attachment to it than it is of anything else, because I know the graphics aren't the greatest. But anyways, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons I played because I really liked the game. It had a lot to it. It had a lot going on for games of that day, especially where graphics were limited. Gameplay wasn't anywhere near where it is today. You didn't have games where you could save. You didn't have too many games that had multiple levels, multiple difficulties. You just really had like either a platform style, or like a Donkey Kong or something like that, or you had these other games that just had a couple of levels, and they just kind of upped the skill level on them. So there wasn't a whole lot to really change. Now, I often compare this to the Atari Adventure, because, and I actually think that this was originally supposed to be called Adventure, or somewhere around that name, but they decided to brand it, and obviously play off the popularity of Dungeons and Dragons, which made a resurgence today. I know people that play the game, still play the actual Dungeons and Dragons. It got picked up by Wizards of the Coast a couple years ago, and back then it was TSR that owned Dungeons and Dragons, so obviously they would have got the rights from them at that point. But anyways, yeah, so I was just going to run through a little bit of a gameplay and show it. Now I'm going to be showing it on my classic Intellivision. This guy right here. This is my the one I keep out. I do have Intellivision 2, which I know some people prefer, but I just like to stay old school, so I guess you can call this old school too now, but let's just stick with the original, shall we? Okay, so first thing to note when you open this game up is you get the insert, which you almost need to play this game. You could remember the buttons. It's always easy to do that, but I found that this just was so much helpful. This told you your directions. It told you which button picked up your arrows, which button was the exit button. You had to trigger every kind of action in this game to make this game work. So this was an important part of the game itself. So let's just take the cartridge out and take her for a test drive. Insert that. Time to get the TV going. Okay, there we go. We got it up and running. First thing I have to do is insert my insert here to see what I'm doing. Now, this game, it had 3 different difficulty levels. So you could push 1, 2, or 3. You could hit the disc. I think that is the yep, that's one of the more difficult ones. But let's not do that one. Let's start with level 1, because I just want to show a demo here, and okay, let's start off. So you're those 3 guys. Yes, very creative, 3 little dots running around. And your purpose of this game is to enter these mountains and run around looking for arrows and the exits. Now each colored mountain has something different in it. So the red has an axe, the blue has a boat, and the purple one has a key, and they're all guarded by different different enemies of sorts. So I'm in the red level right now, and so that's just a spider. They just steal your arrows. Nothing really to worry about. But in the red level, I'll be confronting the snake, which guards the axe. So if I could find that. Now when you're running around, you're probably wondering why I can't see up ahead. Well, what they want you to do here is they want you to listen. And so you'll hear a sound of a snake. I know you probably can't hear my volume, but that's the clues that they want you to use. You wander around, and they do put those little visual things. Oh, there's the snake there. So he's kind of coming after me. And I'm out of arrows, which is not good. So I have to kind of wander around until I find some arrows. There we go. So I hit the pickup button, which is indicated on the overlay. There he is. Okay, got my... Oh, I just shot myself. So I'm going to pick up the axe. Now this is something interesting about this game is the controls. You use the circular disc to move around, but to shoot, you have to pick the arrow button, which shoots in the direction you want. So you don't just point and fire, you actually have to push the right arrow button. And what can often happen is there will be a rebound effect. So you shoot it against the wall, the arrow will shoot right back at you and damage you, just like that happened to me there. So now I'm at the exit. So now I can move on. And so the axe, what it's going to do is it's going to let me go through this kind of terrain. I wouldn't be able to walk through that normally without it. So you have the axe for that. The boat gets you through the water, obviously. And then the key gets you through that black thing, that's that little black gate that's right underneath the big, huge gray mountain. That's what the key is for. The key is the hardest one to get because it's actually guarded by a dragon, which scares the living crap out of you when you play this game to begin with. Because that thing just starts to growl, roar, and then comes flying at you, especially on the higher up levels. So we're just going to wander around here. Okay, so that's demon tracks. So in this world, oh, there he is. That's the demon. Found my boat. Pick up my boat. Yeah. And so what happens now is I really just got to run around until I find that exit. Oh, there's a blob over there. You can't touch the blob. It'll kill you. If you've ever played Dungeons and Dragons, you know you don't go near the blobs or the cubes or anything else that can literally devour you in one shot. I just shot myself again. Good job. So now I can go through the air and go to the boat. Oh. So the purple one appeared. And the great thing about this game is that this map stage changes every time. So you're not always playing the same game twice, which I thought was neat when I first started playing this game as a kid. You had all these different combinations, and you never felt like you played the same game twice. I believe that thing there is telling me there's a dragon around here. So I'm really just going to be listening out for it. I can hear him. Oh, there he is. Now, keep in mind I'm on level 1, which is the easiest one. You're probably watching this going, that was simple, but you start getting up in those, the purple level and stuff, forget it. It's, you get near those dragons, they just rip you apart. Pick up the arrow. Let's just keep going. Oh, a demon just comes out of nowhere. Okay. He's toast. Another thing you can do is push the side buttons on the controller. I know they're a little tricky to use sometimes, and when you do that, you run. And it says that in the overlay, which is very helpful. So if you forget what the buttons do, you can always look at the overlay. Playing this game without the overlay, you're going to have some fun. Oh, jeez, he's eating me alive. Okay. There we go. Pick up that key. Now where was that exit? Did I see an exit around here? Let's just start running. So you can see I'm red now. That means I'm injured badly. So I don't want to take any more hits, or else I'm going to be dead. And you have 3 men, so... No, I think I saw that exit somewhere back here. Sometimes you forget when you get so far in this maze, you're like, did I see an exit? Let's just keep going. And of course, every exit's also guarded by the main boss of each one. Now that bat can get annoying because he drowns out the sound of the enemies. So if there's a dragon nearby, I can't hear it because of the bat, which is strange, but I guess they had to throw some... There we go. Okay, let's get out. Exits. So now I've collected all the items. I have my boat, I have my axe. Now I can go to the mountain. So what's going to happen here is there's a winged dragon and a snake. There's a winged dragon, 2 of them. They guard 2 pieces of the crown, I should say. So let's pick that up and keep running around. And once you find those 2 pieces of crown, you win the game. So this actually does have... Oh, that's neat. They're right beside each other, so I gotta battle 2 dragons together. Hardly fair, but hey, let's go down this way. Hit them from this angle. Oh, I'm losing badly here. Okay, that's it. You die now. There we go. 1 down, 1 to go. That's 1 piece of the crown. Let's pick that up. Okay, I think the other guy was just down here somewhere. Oh, he ran away. Alright, I'll just pick it up then. And there you go, I win. Now, the peculiar thing about this game is there's no scoring. So, really, I guess your only kind of scoring would be timing yourself to see how quickly you can run through these levels. And, you know, it's the same thing with Adventure on the Atari. There's no score. So, it's really just a quest. You get to the end and you grab the crown and you're done. And yeah, I always found that this game it's challenging and it's fun at the same time. So if you are into Intellivision, or if you are looking for a reason to pick up an Intellivision, you got to get this game. I would thoroughly recommend it. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. I hope you subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.